Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today I'm gonna see if I can install this Nvidia Grid K1 card in my Lenovo X3650 Model 4 that is sitting right there, and I've turned it off. So I should be able to take the server out, take the cover off, install this card, and to do that you need some cables. And I had to go buy new cables because the M3, it has that 6 connecting cable here, which I just took out of a model M3 server, and the M4 has an 8-pin connector. So I had to go buy a new cable that has 8 connectors. These connectors, when they're in the server, the 8-pin connector is able to supply 150 watts to the server. The 6-pin connector, which is in this end, is able to supply 75 watts of power. So this connector, which has one 8-pin in this end, is able to deliver either. It's not able to deliver both. It can deliver 150 watts to this connector, or it can deliver 75 watts to this connector. I guess that if it's not doing it at the same time, it could probably deliver 75 watts to that cable at some time and 150 watts to this cable at another time. But well, I bought this cable. I actually also bought another type of cable. These are a bit different. I don't like it as much, but it's kind of a rhythm cable. It has the same 8-pin connector here, and it just has 2 8-pin connectors going out here. But it can be taken apart like that, and that way supply a 6-pin connector, and this one is just not used. The same thing with the other one, same principle. So well, I'm gonna use the other one. I like that better. This Grid K1 card is a very expensive card. It goes somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 when it's new, and also right now that's what you have to pay for a new card. I paid $100 for this in an auction in Germany, and so therefore it's a bit doubtful. It was actually sold as being defective. I've been using it for the last half year at least, maybe a little bit longer even, though I'm not sure. But I haven't gotten it up and running fully. I've tried more than once to get this up and running, so now I'm gonna try once again in the new server and hope that that will be able to help me out. Plus I've just found that there is a couple of new drivers available, so, and there's a new version of VMware, so maybe this time I'll be lucky. I have no idea if this is gonna be successful. I really want to play with this. So what this can do is, instead of just passing through a graphics card to one single server, this can virtualize graphics inside the server. So you can give each VM a graphics card, and it will kind of timeshare this, like if it was a piece of RAM, that you can give the server this amount of RAM and it will use that or not use that. And the same thing should be true for this graphics card. This graphics card is not really that fast. It consists of 4 processors, 4 graphics processors inside of it that can be shared out to these virtual machines. I did a total teardown video of this card when I got it. I'll try and link that at the end of the video. So let's open the server and put this in. I'm gonna unplug power to this server so that I don't fry anything there. I'm gonna take up the riser card, which is placed here, and if you didn't see, I got a new riser card. This is meant for graphics cards like this one. This is an PCI Express X16, and this is able to supply 75 watts of power to the graphics card. It's much like the one I had in the other server. This one is though less of a unicorn. The other one was a definite unicorn. This card was next to impossible to get for the Lenovo X3650 Model 2 and 3. But let's try and put the graphics card in here. So the PCI riser card can be extended when unscrewing this and unscrewing it a bit more, seems, and pulling this back. And you put in the card like, oh, there is a blue plastic thing here that you remove, and you put in the card right there. Not hard at all. It seems that the end of it is a bit weird. This screw has different holes that it can go into. One at the very end, a couple of screw holes over here, but you can actually put it in where how long the card is, and there is even numbers here. Very fancy. Then we need to put in a power cable, the power cable. This awesome power cable that I got for it. So we're gonna put that in right here. Very convenient. And the graphics card here, it uses only a 6-pin connector. And it's located on the back here. So it's really easy to get to. Because of this plastic thing that is here, it can be a bit hard. So we're gonna plug that in. There. Let's see if, oh, is that long enough? I guess it's just about long enough. So well, I don't know how they plan to get the cable in there. That actually looks just about right. And the other cable could go over here, but there is actually located another power plug down here for the, if you're gonna be putting something power consuming in slot number 1 over there. So but for right now we'll just leave it there. I do have another graphics card that I'm hoping to put over here at some point. This is an AMD Fire Pro Graphics V79, and this is something that I'm hoping to use for my video rendering, to speed up the render, and also the, well, using the render program. And I've actually found out that it fits really nicely just about here. I need the metal for this thing, haven't gotten that yet. There we are. It will sit there, and if this cable was just a tiny bit longer, it would be able to power that card as well. This is also a 75 watt 6-pin connector that is right here, although this port is only able to supply 25 watts, and it's only an X8 card. So I don't know how that would work, but I'm guessing that it would work. And if I supply the power from this connector over here, I might be able to just about run it. So, but that will be sometimes later. Right now I want to see if this thing will work for me. So we'll put this out of the way. Well, they haven't really made any good and simple way to do this, so I have to go into the computer and kind of go into the stomach of the ESXi host and put in the drivers for the grid card in there, and well, that is kind of a hassle. So, but I guess we'll have to try that and see if we're successful. I wasn't successful the last time, so I've actually put in a fresh installation of ESXi 6.5. It was just installed half an hour ago, to give this the best results that I could come up with. But let's go to the computer and see what we got. So right here is a marvelous example of what happens when you put in a graphics card in a server.
you lose the console. The server thinks, oh, new graphics card. That must be used for exporting the picture to the user, and it takes over that control. So I'm not able to control the server from the console here. So I have to boot the server and see if I can get into the BIOS and tell the server that it has to use the built-in VGA connector. Otherwise I'll just get this green screen, which is not very interesting. So I'll see if I can get into the BIOS, or else I'll have to go out and pop out the graphics card out of the server and then go in and tell the BIOS to only use the built-in graphics for exporting this picture. So I'll be back when I've figured that out. Okay, I'm not able to get into the BIOS. It comes with this before it even gets into the BIOS. So I'm gonna shut it down and I'll have to go out there, take out the graphics card, then go into the BIOS, and yeah, this is a drag. I'm gonna power off. Yes. Okay, I went out there, turned off the server, unplugged the Nvidia Grid K1, and now I've found the way into the BIOS. So we need to find where that I can set the graphics card to not be used. Okay, found it. It's under System Settings, it's under Device I/O, and right here there is Active Video. Right now it's add in device, which means that if I add in a device, the video screen will go to that device. But if I press enter, I can choose only onboard device. So we're gonna do that because I need that. So now that should be good. I need to go out and save that. So we'll go down and save settings right there. There. And I can go in and plug in the graphics card again and start this over. Awesome. Okay, with that BIOS setting, I'm now getting a picture, even though the Nvidia Grid K1 card is back into the system. So I'll wait and see if this boots okay. It does have the possibility of crashing. I have seen that before. But while VMware is loading in the back, let's go get the driver. I have gotten it, it's down here, but I do want to show you where I got it. I searched for VMware Nvidia Grid card and found the VMware documentation center for VMware Horizon 7, and this is part of the Horizon thing. Horizon is like the remote desktop of VMware, and this is one of the very good reasons for using a grid card. But they also have a very nice download driver site right here. So let's try that. And this is also, let's just see that this is the manual that I'm gonna try and follow on how to install this. And what I'm after is I would really like some vGPUs to be able to give my virtual machines. So let's go see if that's possible. Nvidia driver download, let's go there. We'll open a new tab with this driver download right there. We'll select the grid card, and it kind of remembers what I've been doing before, but I can select the vGPU here. I can also select Grid series, but I'm gonna be selecting the vGPU drivers here. And for the grid card, there is different grid cards. There's K1, K2. I do only have a K1. The K2 is considerably more expensive and considerably faster. I would like that. VMware Hypervisor ESXi 6.0. They do offer a 6.5 here, so we're gonna try that. And USA. There is more choices I see, but I'm fine with the British version or the American version. That's great. And well, then you search and it finds something, this one, right? 71, and you download that. and I've already gotten it. It's right there. So I did download that. I put it into a folder. It's right there, and I unzipped that and put it into this folder. So I'm guessing very much that this one is probably the one that we have to upload to VMware, but I will I'll wait a little bit with that. Also, usually there is a file in here. There is another one. It seems to be almost the same, but this one is called bootbank instead of Kepler. Oh, that's also called Kepler. So there is a little bit of a difference there. They look to be almost alike. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two, so I'll probably have to read up on that. So let's see how far the boot has come. It has booted. It's okay. Cool. To open up for this feature of going in and doing stuff, we need to open up for the SSH. We can see that in the manual here. We have to connect to the host using SSH, and we do that by actually going into the, first we download the drivers. That is done. Unzip it, upload the V up to your host. Here it's a 6.0 host. The manager folder. Wonder which one is the manager folder. This might be the manager folder. Well, they do supply some user guides here. I think we will have a look at that. vGPU user guide. That sounds about right. Let's see what that says. Here we are. Let's see what they say. Here we are. Introduction. Quit virtualize. We have to find it for VMware. There are kind of all the different hypervisors here. So I have to go down and find the VMware installation. What did this say? Getting started. I'll find that and be right back. Okay, I found the section in the manual that talks about VMware. And to start with, we have to, let's see, the Nvidia Virtual GPU Manager runs on ESXi host. It is provided as a VIB file, which I've already downloaded, which must be copied to the ESXi host and installed. Yeah, I have gone down and checked in the document here. We are gonna go in and put in this command inside of the ESXi host, and the driver that is loading here is the one without the blot something. Let's just see those again. I'm guessing that it's kind of that one that they are loading, so I think we should upload this one and see if that will work for us. So let's do that. We will go and log into my host here. There we are. And I haven't really been onto this at all, so let's go to the storage and browse storage, and we will just put it here in the absolute root. So we'll upload this file, which is in download, grid, new driver, and that one. Open, and we are uploading that. Shouldn't take long. It's available right there. Cool. Close that. Yeah, we need to go in here in just a little bit, so we'll keep this open. Let's see what we have to do next. Let's go up here to install the GPU manager. you have to access the host via ESXi shell or SSH. Refer to the VMware documentation to do that. Okay, that means we have to log in here and enable those two. So I'm gonna log in here. Yep. And down under troubleshooting options, we can enable the shell and SSH. So we will enable that. Enabled. And we will enable that. Enabled. Did it? Yeah, it's enabled. It's enabled. And we will modify the idle time out here. 10 minutes. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with it, but yeah, we'll just modify that as well. So, done that, we should be able to access the ESXi host through the shell. And the shell can be accessed from this screen, or we can SSH to it. So let's exit that. Escape. You can access the shell here, or you can just use an SSH. I'm gonna be using, let's see, PuTTY will do the job. So before we do this, I have to put the server into maintenance mode, and we do that from the web interface nowadays, I guess. There, and let's go up to the host here, and let's see if we can put it into maintenance mode. Enter maintenance mode. There we are. There is nothing running on this host, so yeah. And it also gives a warning down here that shell has been enabled and SSH has been enabled. So it's making sure that I know that. So let's minimize that. Try and connect to the server here. Connect there. Open. We get a prompt. We get a certificate. Yes, please. Log in. Root. And password for root. See, that worked. So now I can see different stuff on the host here. We need to find the library where the files are located. So if we make an ls, we can see what we have here. Okay, so our files should be located in this volume here. So we'll have to go in there, and that should be change directory cd vmfs there, and make an ls there, and we have something called volume. We have to go in there, and we can use the tab to complete that sentence, and we can do an ls, and it will probably have a lot of crap for us there. There is not that much crap right now, but yeah, there is a little bit of crap. These long file names are really weird. I will try and see if my files are there. That would be a great place to have it. It has not always been my experience that it's actually located. So cd to for tab there, and okay, it changed that to this weird name, which is the same as, is it the same one as, no, it's not that one. Yeah, no, yeah, it's that one. Let's ls see if my files are there. It is. So that's the file we have to install. Awesome. I need the manual now. There. So let's see. We need to use the ESXi CLI. That's the command line that we are in right now. The bloody Linux thing. We need to ESXi CLI software with blah 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 blah. Directory is that long list of things, and the file name is that thing, and we should get a installation message blah blah blah. That would be awesome if that works. So we're gonna try that. It wants me to do that from the root directory, it seems. So, and that was actually why I found this, because now I would be able to go and copy all of this, that piece there and that piece there. So we will try and cd, can we do a backslash there? Did that happen? Yeah, that happened. So I should be able to shouldn't I just be able to copy it from over here? That would be awesome. Like V. Let's see if it will. Oh, it did that all by itself. And then we need the directory, and the directory is that piece with or without the bracket. Probably without the bracket. Put that in there. That's the directory, and we will put that one, and then we will borrow the very, very long file name, which is that one, and put that in. Does that look about right? We have that piece plus the V thing, and we have the directory, that thing there, and we have that thing. Okay, I guess I just have to try and push this and see what happens. Might want to read this, and what I'm looking for is this line. That would be awesome if that would work. So let's get this before it breaks on me. I remember this taking a while, so it's very important for me not to break this and stop it, because I surely remember doing that mistake in another video. So I'll let this run, and as long as it's not doing anything, it's probably doing something. Okay, this is taking too long for video. I'll be back with the results. Oh! 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 Let's see. Operation finished successfully. Awesome. Install required false. Also the same thing over here. VIP installed GPU. Funny enough, it says that it's the boot bank version, which was not the one that I put in here. That's kind of weird. But otherwise, it's exactly the same. This could be awesome. There is some ways of checking if this is working, so I'll read that and be right back. Okay, the manual more or less just says that I have to reboot the server. It says it right there, and afterwards remove it from maintenance mode. So I think we'll try that. We'll try and exit this. Exit. That was easy. And go boot the server. There. Oh, it has thrown me out. How rude. There, and we will reboot this host. Reboot the selected host. Reboot. Check. And we will go back. Do we still have a connection here? Seems like we do have a connection. Let's see if we... Let's restart that connection just to be sure. And get a power drink. Cheers. Power is off, power is on. So it was definitely powered off. Let's get a screen on that. Here we go. It's booting. It will take a while. I'll bring you back when we have some kind of result. Okay, I'm afraid that I think my card is broken. I just got this purple screen of death again. And it's not the first time I've seen that, so well, I wasn't getting my hopes up because I have seen this before, and yeah, this means that I'm not able to use the vGPU in this system. I will be able to pass it through. So this kind of sucks, but well, it's not a new thing. And if I do use the pass-through method, there is also some features that the vGPU is not able to do that I will be able to do then. But it's really shit. I would have liked to see this work. I guess the $100 Nvidia Grid K1 card just don't work for this. So one thing I noticed is that it totally smashes my VMware installation, which is also why I did a clean fresh installation of this before I started. So I am gonna make a new one.
Well, that's too bad. I did get my hopes up. New server, new drivers, new ESXi operating system. Same purple screen of death, but well, it's just too bad. I kind of did everything by the book, clean installation, everything, so I'm not gonna bother with trying this over and over and over again. Already done that on the M3 and it didn't work for me. So I do believe that my Nvidia Grid K1 card has some kind of a defective. Also, when I'm passing it through in the VMware host, I only get the 3 out of the 4 GPUs in there, so it's probably broken, but I do get 3 GPUs working for me when I do that. So I'm gonna be reinstalling the server and I'm not gonna bother you with that, but well, that is probably how you install an Nvidia Grid K1 card into your server, except mine is broken, so too bad. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.